Successful people do not wait for perfect mornings before changing their lives. They continue moving even when their mind feels heavy and exhausted. A bad day for winners never becomes a wasted day. Some days the workout is intense. Some days it is only 5 push-ups before bed. But the habit never completely dies. That is the difference ordinary people rarely understand. Top performers protect momentum more than motivation, because motivation disappears the moment life becomes uncomfortable. An entrepreneur still answers one important email during emotional chaos. An athlete still trains even when energy feels completely gone. A writer still types one paragraph while fighting self-doubt internally. A student still studies one page instead of quitting the entire week. Tiny actions sound weak until repeated for years without stopping. Most people destroy progress because they believe small effort does not matter. Successful people think differently. They understand consistency builds identity, and identity controls behavior more than temporary emotions ever will. The goal is not perfection every single day. The goal is refusing to become someone who always quits. One small action keeps the brain connected to discipline. That connection becomes stronger every time excuses are ignored. Eventually, discipline stops feeling painful and starts feeling natural. That is why successful people recover faster from bad days than everyone else. Consistency is not intensity. It is proving to yourself who you are repeatedly. The average person waits for motivation before starting. Successful people start before motivation even appears. Feelings change every morning. Standards stay the same every day. Winners do not trust temporary emotions with permanent dreams. Some mornings feel powerful, some mornings feel empty. They still show up anyway. The athlete trains in cold rain while others stay comfortable indoors. The CEO wakes up exhausted but still enters the meeting prepared. The creator uploads content even when energy feels completely gone. That is the difference nobody talks about. Successful people mastered action without emotional permission. Most people ask, "Do I feel like doing it today?" Winners ask, "Who do I become if I don't?" Motivation is unreliable. Habits are automatic. Feelings can lie to you. Systems usually don't. Every time you obey laziness, you train weakness. Every time you act despite resistance, you train power. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. The dangerous part about emotions is how convincing they sound. Skip today. Rest tomorrow too. Start again next week. That voice has destroyed more dreams than failure ever did. What if your feelings have secretly been controlling your future this entire time? Successful people understand something average people ignore. Action creates motivation more often than motivation creates action. The hardest days reveal your real identity. Anybody can work when inspired. Very few can work when emotionally drained. That is why consistency is rare. Feelings are temporary. Standards are permanent. Most people fail long before they actually quit. They fail the moment chaos becomes stronger than their system. Successful people understand something average people ignore. Bad days are guaranteed. That's why smart people prepare before those days arrive. They don't rely on motivation when energy disappears. They rely on systems that continue working automatically. A distracted mind makes terrible decisions under pressure, so high performers remove decisions before stress even starts. Gym clothes waiting beside the bed changes morning behavior. Healthy meals already prepared reduce emotional eating. Phone notifications turned off protect focus during low-energy moments. Social media blockers stop dopamine addiction from stealing productive hours. Successful people create environments that make failure harder. Because discipline becomes weaker when emotions become louder. The world sees successful mornings. Nobody sees the preparation happening the night before. Tiny routines quietly build massive long-term results. Even a 5-minute emergency routine protects momentum on terrible days. Reading one page still protects the identity of a learner. One short workout still protects the identity of discipline. One focused task still keeps progress alive during emotional exhaustion. This is why systems outperform motivation every single time. Motivation disappears when life gets painful. Systems continue working when emotions completely collapse. Bad days destroy people without systems. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because one bad week convinces them they ruined everything. A missed workout becomes quitting the gym completely. One failure in business suddenly feels like proof they were never good enough. One bad upload makes creators disappear for months. Successful people think differently during bad seasons. They never confuse a temporary fall with a permanent identity. That mindset changes everything. Average people shame themselves after losing momentum. High performers protect their momentum instead of attacking themselves emotionally, because guilt drains energy faster than failure itself. The moment people say, "I already messed up," consistency begins collapsing. Successful people interrupt that spiral early. They restart before emotions become habits. Even tiny action matters during burnout recovery. One short workout can rebuild discipline. One focused hour can restart a struggling business. One upload can reconnect a creator with purpose again. Momentum does not return through motivation. It returns through movement. That is why successful people focus on fast recovery instead of perfect performance. They understand that bad days are normal, but disappearing completely is dangerous. The most successful people in the world still lose motivation constantly. The difference is they refuse to stay disconnected from their goals for too long. Most people think discipline is about forcing yourself. It's not. The real secret is identity. Successful people stop asking themselves for permission. They stop negotiating with their habits, because consistency becomes automatic after identity changes. A fit person does not wake up debating exercise. Working out feels normal to them. A focused creator does not endlessly question uploading content. Creating becomes part of who they are. A disciplined person protects standards automatically. That is the difference most people never understand. Average people rely on motivation. High performers rely on identity. Motivation changes every day. Identity stays stable even on bad days. When someone says, "I'm trying to be disciplined," they usually fail faster, because trying creates resistance. But when someone says, "I am a disciplined person," behavior starts aligning naturally. Your brain always tries to stay consistent with your self-image. That is why identity controls actions more than goals do. Temporary goals create temporary effort. Identity creates lifelong consistency. Successful people build habits that reinforce who they believe they are becoming. They stop seeing discipline as punishment. They see it as proof of identity. Missing workouts feels wrong to a fit person. Ignoring responsibilities feels uncomfortable to a focused person. Consistency stops feeling heavy once it becomes personal. That is why some people keep going even when motivation disappears. Their standards no longer depend on emotions. Their actions become automatic reflections of identity. Most people are waiting to feel ready. Successful people already decided who they are. Your future changes the moment consistency becomes part of your identity.